Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another Tarot Tea Time. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys are all doing great. Christina, I actually love this request. I think that should be our warm up poll because we do have like a lot of stories to get through. And I think that's just a great one to get started with. So thank you, Christina, for that request. Okay, so Christina would like okay, wait, hold on. So Christina says, sorry, this is so random and such a strange request. We love that. Could you do a mini reading or pull some cards on Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky? That is so off the wall, Christina, and I love it. So let's just do it. Oh, hey, Sage Moon. Hi, Beth. Oh my gosh, you guys. Hey, Voices of Davis. Woohoo. Everybody's showing up. How are you guys? How was your Sunday? Thank you, Sage Moon. Oh my gosh. So I filmed an episode of the TV show today. So I'm just like, I was like, I'll still keep my cute outfit on for the tea time crew, want to look good for you guys, dress up a little. But thank you, Sage Moon. I appreciate that. Oh, and Sage Moon, I saw your literally just awesome, mind blowing message in our members only group about the Mean Girls reading. And I was reading it right before I went to go and do my interview for the TV show. And I was just like floored. Just I kept reading it over and over. I was like, this is amazing. I was so just like shaken to the core. I completely resonated with all the stuff you were saying about the different placements and astrology. Wow, you're so knowledgeable. I loved it, really enjoyed it. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to respond when I have more time later tonight after our reading so I can like really get back to you. And same thing, I saw your email. Today was one of those days. I was running from place to place. Anyway, and I want to give you guys the time you deserve because, man, when you guys write me something, you really put everything into it and y'all are just so knowledgeable and smart. And anyway, I love it. Thank you guys. Thank you for sharing all that. It was awesome. Thank you, Beth. Okay, guys. So, did you see that Christina made a request for a Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky reading? So I'm like, okay, let's just be a little messy to start off. I'm going to pull a couple cards for that while everybody's still showing up. Thank you, Christina. All right, I have no clue what's going to come through on this one. This is the cold tea that we're going to reheat. Okay. Oh, Sajun says, "All thanks, love nerding out about astrology with you all." Same, same. It has been so much fun. I love doing it here, and I love on the members channel that we can just kind of spill a little extra tea. Um, but it's so fun getting to chat with you guys and highlight of my week. Truly, I was so excited today, knowing today was live stream day. So okay, I don't know what's gonna come through. Let's just see. Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky. I don't know. Should we do like now? Maybe Christina, are you in here? Um, let's see. Christina left that note at 6:26 p.m. So Christina might not be here right now. Let's just see what comes through. I'll let the tarot tea do the talking. I'm not going to even ask too many questions. Oh, this one came up sideways. Bizarre. All right. Okay. Four of Swords, the healing card. Interesting. Okay. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this card indicates that the karmic cycle has been closed. The karmic cycle that all of that Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky tea was about, which makes sense because that was what, like early 90s? I want to say, I know I was like, I was a kid. I remember hearing about it, not too much, because it was like adult or whatever. But it was a little while ago. We'll say that, and it makes sense that the karmic cycle has closed out. Okay, interesting. Let's see what else we get. I want to say, what was the lesson with all that? Hi, Gigi. Hey, Barbie. Oh my God, Gigi. Hi, Barbie. Gigi, you're a Barbie too. That is so cute. Oh my God. Okay, let's see. Oh, another one came out. What do we have? Nine of Wands. Oh, well, you know how we feel about the wands around here. Shout out Beth. Nine of Wands. It was definitely a cycle. Okay, this is so crazy interesting. I love when the tarot cards just like hit you with something deep. All right, so on the topic of Monica Lewinsky and I was gonna say George Clooney, Bill Clinton, we have the Four of Swords and the Nine of Wands. It's so interesting. So Nine of Wands is passion, but it's taking a pause. And Four of Swords is about healing. So what I'm getting right now is there was a collective message that came through around that whole situation. It was very much in the public eye. And the message was, I would say, like from spirit or just like all of our collective consciousness, we're all connected. We were all kind of learning vicariously in a way through that situation to remember to like pause and think twice when it comes to the wands, when it comes to your, passionate behaviors, we'll say that. And there was really a lot of like healing that I think that's a lot of other people did as well. Like maybe some people took it as a warning. It's possible that things were healed and, things were kind of cleared up before they even happened. But regardless, I think that there was like a lesson, I would just say collective lesson learned about needing to pause before you take certain actions when it comes to passion and the workplace and professionalism and all of that. And then it was a precursor to the Me Too movement and all that. So, anyway, okay. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That resonates. So, thank you for that mini reading inspo, Christina. That was definitely unexpected. And I feel definitely warmed up by that. Woo. Tapping into some old tea. Let's see. Beth says, I'm not very familiar with astrology, but I'm open to learning more. Oh, wonderful, Beth. Well, you're in the right place. And the podcast episode that I'm going to record actually after this, I'm going to record it tonight because I'm like, well, I'm all dressed up and I got my makeup done, for the TV show. So I'm just going to record everything tonight. But I am talking about the astrology of Pisces season. So, Beth, I'm going to be talking about like the different things happening. I'm going to go in depth. I've been telling you guys for a while I was going to do that, but I really have had a chance now to sit down and organize it. So, this podcast episode will be different, the one coming out on Wednesday, and it's going to be a deep dive into the astrology of the month. And it's really I'm excited about it. I think you guys are going to like it. So, Beth, that'll be an opportunity for you to kind of, get a little more into it if you're wanting to learn more astrology. But all right, guys. So let's get into the tea. I have a couple of things here. So I have the Dumois cheat sheet in front of me. I love when I get this in the mail, in the emails. And so that came through. Thank you, Dumois. You can subscribe to that newsletter on at the Dumois website. Just a little plug as a thank you for, for giving us some tea topics. And then also I have some that I picked out and posted about in our community tab that I have sent to myself here. So let's start with those. And then there's like just a couple more that I got from the cheat sheet from Dumois that are pretty spicy. So our first tea time story is about Taylor Swift. Of course, I feel like she's still everywhere. So this is a page 6 article that was published February 17th, yesterday. And here's what it says. So, Taylor Swift says she was lonely while writing folklore despite being in a relationship with Joe Alwyn. That's not too surprising, is it? Taylor Swift said that she was lonely, blah, blah, blah. During the folklore set of her Melbourne show Saturday night, the Grammy winner revealed she felt alone as she wrote the album while quarantining during the coronavirus pandemic in early 2020. I was imagining that instead of being a lonely millennial woman covered in cat hair, drinking my weight in white wine, I was a ghostly Victorian lady wandering through the woods with a candle and a candlestick holder. And I wrote only on parchment with a feathered quill, she said in a fan shared clip from the show. First of all, I think she'd be so fun to hang out with. Wow, what an imagination on that woman. That was amazing. And let's just see where my cards here. Can't see over my fur. Let's just see my faux fur, of course. What like, why did she wanna share that? I'm curious about why she felt lonely as well. Like, was it just I don't know, I just wanna see. Why did she feel lonely? What in particular was going on with her relationship with Joe where she felt lonely even though, she had someone there with her? I think that a lot of people, speculate in the tabloids, heck, we speculate that, the whole thing with Joe, it really was about her not or him not wanting her to be in the spotlight or like some jealousy. But I wonder if, we're missing the plot. It was so much deeper than that. And I feel like she's trying to open up about some of that stuff. So let's just see what the tarot tea is. Liz says YouTube never notifies me that the lives are happening. Oh no, but I'm here nonetheless. Well, Liz, you are a trooper. to be here nonetheless. Definitely gold star for you. And I'm sorry that it doesn't notify you. There is a little setting where you can hit like turn on notifications and then put all. I don't know. And if you do that and it's still not working, I'm sorry. Technology these days, can be a little glitchy. Okay, let's see. Gigi teasing her new album. Potentially. Thank you, Beth. I'm excited to do the new podcast episode. That's so sweet. Stay tuned. Let's go Pisces season. Let's go. It's going to be a good one. Okay. Voice of Davis, before I pull some cards, Voice of Davis says, how much do you trust Dumois? Ooh, and crazy days and nights? Because I just read them with a grain of salt. You know what, Voices of Davis? I do too, because there has been some stuff that has come true and it's been like spot on with both Crazy Days and Nights and Dumois. And then there have been other things that have been a little off. I listened to a podcast episode where Dumois had on Kristen McNamara from Fluently Forward, another like pop culture tea podcast. A lot of you guys have probably listened to it before. I like her. And it was a little weird. I felt like in the beginning, the person that runs the Dumois account was a little bit like kind of rude or mean to Kristen, but she was very defensive about the validity of her sources. Like they got into it a little bit. If you're curious, it's an interesting listen. And it's on the Dumois like Spotify and Apple Podcasts. But I was just like, that's interesting because when someone protests a lot and is very defensive, um, long story short, basically, I can see where you're coming from, Voice of Davis, which is why I just kind of use it as inspiration to pull tarot cards because we can clear it up with the tarot T truth, allegedly, and kind of see if there is truth to these rumors or not. So it's actually kind of better, I guess, because if it's not true, sometimes that'll come through as well. All right. So Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn. Let's see, you guys. Why was Taylor Swift lonely? Very interesting that she shared that. What was going on within her relationship where she still felt lonely with Joe? Oh, okay. Here we go. Interesting. Knight of Wands, passion. Ooh, I'm getting two things here. Okay. So the first intuitive like hit that I felt like almost like just immediately very strong that this is him. Okay. Knight of Wands. This is passion. There were doubts in her mind. And I believe she's talked about this before, but there were doubts in her mind about his level of commitment to her like exclusively. I hate to say that, but it's good to know and she's moved on. So but at the time there was a Knight of Wands kind of scenario where she was suspicious that his heart wasn't always fully with her. Like maybe there were other people that he was interested in or like looking at online or maybe DMing with like because this Knight of Wands is about someone that's like leading with the wands as we like to say, but also someone who is like passionately taking off in multiple directions at once. And when we're talking about a love relationship, this to me is like infidelity, even if it's just emotional cheating and not physical cheating. But this is what that signifies to me. So I think that there was something that happened where, during that time of 2020 when she was writing folklore, where she felt very alone because she didn't feel like he was really as solid as she originally thought. Some things were showing. There were some cracks, and that's really hurtful. For someone to be Knight of Wandsing around without you and interested in other people, that's hurtful. So okay, that makes total sense why she would feel lonely about that. On the bottom of the deck, I have the Queen of Pentacles, which is our Taylor Swift card. If we'll be completely honest, Queen of Pentacles, self-explanatory. Financially wealthy, self-sufficient. She always felt so. This is our fears. The bottom of the deck. She always felt that she was on some level too much for him. As far as like just and too successful, too stable, too much the provider in the relationship. And I think that she always suspected that this was her greatest fear, that this was what caused him to like, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, have a wandering eye. And I think she blamed herself a lot at the time. And I think that she's done a lot of healing from that, but this makes a lot of sense. There was just this fear that it was her when really people are who they are, right? Like we can't force someone to either Knight of Wands or not Knight of Wands. So I'm glad that she came through that energy. But wow, that makes a lot of sense. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Mm. Hi, Babalu. How are you? We miss you too. Okay, let's see. Liz, it notifies you like hours later. That is so weird. I don't know why either. I'm sorry about that though, but I'm glad you made it here. I'm going to start posting our weekly schedule in the community tab though. That should help at least somewhat. Okay. Sage Moon says, I quite like Joe. Okay. Interesting. I like that, Sage Moon, giving the other side of the fence here. I feel like it's perceived Joe's desire to be private as a slight, which left her feeling alone because she took it as him not wanting her to shine. I think he just took their relationship seriously, though. That's interesting, Sage Moon. And you know what? I would bet that from his perspective, that is how he probably looks at it. You know, a lot of things go on in a relationship, right? And there are layers. It's never just one-sided. So, Sage Moon, I appreciate you providing, a little bit of extra context for Joe. Like someone's got to stand up for Joe every once in a while and give his perspective because things are always a little bit more of a gray area. So I like that. Thank you, Sage Moon. Okay, Gigi agrees. What he needed, sort of an anchor. Oh, interesting. Okay, very interesting, you guys. All right. I like this discussion. This is so all right. We've got some layers going on here. Hi, Melissa. Welcome. Okay, so let's see, you guys. Let's move on to the next story. All right, did you guys hear about this? Kelly Rowland, who was, of course, originally in oh no, the article didn't come up. Okay, well, anyway, we know the gist of it. So Kelly Rowland was set to co-host the Today Show with Hoda Kotb, and apparently, sources reported that she walked out before going on to co-host because her dressing room was not up to snuff. Now, of course, Kelly Rowland is a legend. She was in Destiny's Child along with Beyonce and Michelle, and it was like, such an era. And I thought it was really interesting that she left. And then we had Bethany Frankel coming out saying like, "Oh, it was an honor. She should have just stayed or whatever." And honestly, Bethany Frankel, she's a lot. I feel like she sometimes needs to just like, worry about herself. I mean, it's like she didn't even know what happened. So I wanted to see what happened. I feel like, Kelly Rowland was getting it was a little bit weird how it was written, a little snarky. Rita Ora came in and filled in right before, like, I guess, like, it was the last minute, and I'm pretty sure she filled in for the whole thing, so I think it was okay, but regardless, I wanna see what was going on with Kelly, because chances are she left for a reason. I mean, I don't think that she just made this up, so let's see, maybe we can get a little bit of a defense for Kelly Rowland and what actually went on, why she left before co-hosting the Today Show. Allegedly for entertainment purposes, of course. What was going on for Kelly backstage? Okay, interesting. High priestess. She left because she was trusting her intuition. Wow. Okay, let's get a clarifier. Whoa, I have goosebumps. What was her intuition trying to tell her, or what did her intuition tell her that led her to leave? This must have been pretty intense message. I wonder what her zodiac sign is. What was what? The death card? Okay. Something was going on. Let me get another clarifier. Who was this about? Was this about her or someone else? Cup runneth over. Okay, guys, this is, sometimes the tarot T truth will take a turn. Allegedly, um, let me get one more clarifier before I interpret this. This is a lot. Sage Moon says, I'm proud of Kelly. Sounds like they were disrespecting her and tried to steamroll her to kiss up to JLo, and she said, I'm out. Okay. I like that, Sage Moon. Let's see what else. I'm getting a very intense, like, I don't think it was just a dressing room situation. I'm with Sage Moon. I'm getting a really different story here. Hold on, guys. Let's see. Queen of Swords. Yep. Wow. Okay, this is wild. I just think that actually Kelly Rowland was too classy to say what really happened. I don't think that she wanted to expose anyone, but I think that she did what she needed to do for herself. So, I don't think that this was about the dressing room. I think that that was probably the easiest or maybe the best excuse that someone on her team came up with, or maybe that the Today Show provided people with. I don't know which source actually said that Kelly Rowland left because of her dressing room. That could have been the Today Show saying that to try to, cover their butts. But this is the alleged for entertainment purposes. This is the real reason why. Okay. The high priestess. So her intuition immediately when she arrived backstage, on set in the green room, she was getting ready and she was, prepared to go on and host and excited about it as everybody is. It's a fun thing to do. And it was a cool opportunity. So she was excited. And then her intuition immediately started to kick in. She was getting a weird feeling. And of course, being a mature, successful person, she's learned to trust herself over time. And she had a feeling that this is death card energy. It was like a really bad feeling. Something was going to happen. Something was that there was someone who had intentions for her that were not positive. And this is not literal, but it's definitely about ending someone, cutting someone off, cutting someone down, trying to, I would say, really trying to like make someone like second fiddle type of thing. And if this could have been a JLo thing, that could have been her. Oops. It could have been her. It could have been a producer. But there was someone that she was not comfortable around. And that was smart because this person was feeling death card vibes towards her. There's like a scythe in this person's hand. I mean, they were ready to just cut her off at the knees. And that's that was putting in jeopardy her Ace of Cups energy, which is all about like cup runneth over with joy and love and excitement. And she was just like, what is going on? Like, I don't need this. Like, I don't need this. Like, I'm a happy person. I'm a secure person. People who have this Ace of Cups card, cup runneth over card, they're in a really good place. Mind, body, spirit. This is the type of energy that doesn't really need anything from the outside. So when you don't need things, you can walk away. You can leave. You don't feel beholden or like you need to make yourself small. So she was mature enough to say, Queen of Swords, bye. Like this Queen of Swords card is all about using your head and not being afraid to cut things off, sever, walk away, make decisions for like self-preservation. And wow, the fact that we got this Queen of Swords card as like the outcome of this energy. That is amazing. I love the tarot tea when it's just talking like this. So I like that. Queen of Swords is what energy you do channel when you go through something that requires you to have strength and to stand up for yourself. So I like it. Who was this person with death card energy towards her? Huh. That is really weird. That is really, really weird. Okay. Let's see. What are you guys saying? I'm just like, wow. Okay, wait, she's an Aquarius. Stop it. Oh my gosh, I love it. Thank you, Gigi, and thank you, Melissa, for that info. Okay, guys, well, fun fact, that makes sense then because this is so exciting. So, Aquarius, you guys know that Pluto has moved into Aquarius, and Mars is also there right now. Venus moved in there as of the 13th, I believe. So we're having like a huge stellium of planets in Aquarius. So people with Aquarius placements like sun, moon, rising, especially, they're feeling empowered to basically be that Queen of Swords energy. If you know an Aquarius in your life, you know that they are stepping up. They are not afraid right now to like share their real feelings, even if in the past they've held things back. they're like speaking their truth. I mean, you have Mars there, your passion and energy with Pluto, the great transformer. Yeah, I actually love that now. That's really cool. As much as it was uncomfortable for her, I'm sure, and not ideal because, it would have been much more fun and enjoyable to just go on the show and have a nice time. The fact that she used the planetary energies to stand up for herself is really cool. And she has an Aquarius sun. Wow. Astrology in the wild. I love it. I love it. Okay, wait, what are you guys saying here? You guys have such good tea. Gigi says, I have a feeling Kelly doesn't react that way unless something shady is going on. Uh-huh. I agree with you. Most Aquarius people with like sun, moon, rising are very non-problematic in my experience. Like, you really have to ruffle them for them to react because Aquarius is very, like, detached and air sign. They're kinda like they don't really get into, like, the nitty-gritty of the emotional stuff in a negative sense unless it's something that feels, like, unjust because Aquarius is about the humanitarian goals and, like, the ideal of everybody feeling equal and, like, all of us getting along. Like, if an Aquarius sees bullying, for example, like, they won't stand for that. If there's like a weird preferential treatment, they're not going to stand for that because it's just like it does not resonate. But as long as they don't see injustice, they're pretty much are like, okay, let it roll off. Interesting. Yeah, Sage Moon, she's not known for doing things like that at all. I think she's feeling really empowered right now. And I love that. This is going to be a theme that sticks around for Aquarius placements. So, if she's ready to embrace that, which she obviously is, I love that for her. Melissa says, allegedly, JLo has been known to be difficult, problematic. I could see that. I could totally see that. Interesting. Sage Moon, I don't think Kelly and JLo have beef. It's been said that JLo has had diva-like behavior before. Hmm. Kelly's a true queen, for real, for real. Agreed. Kelly's classy queen. JLo has a reputation of being messy. Woo, you guys. Ooh, we're spicy today. I like it. Have any of you guys seen it, JLo's new documentary? Now, I gotta say, I I used to really like JLo. I'm just gonna be honest. We're not in the members group right now, but I'm still gonna be honest. Sometimes I try to keep like some of my opinions to myself out here. But I will say this: I've been seeing a lot of the JLo stuff in the press lately, and I used to really like her, and I'm just like, I have not been into it lately. From the olive oil thing where she pretended like all she uses is olive oil and her skincare routine, which, just come on, that just doesn't seem correct. And you're kind of misleading people. Like, I didn't really like that. It's like, you don't have to share what you do or what you don't do. But I would say just maybe don't say anything, but don't pretend like, oh, all I use is olive oil. I'm just perfect. Like, I get the Botox, and I would not lie to people about it because I don't know. I just think it sets up a weird standard. So that was kind of weird, kind of gave me the ick. And then, especially because she has like a skincare line, and then all the stuff like with Ben, it just seems like she's trying really hard right now to like put a relationship out there and this and I get if you feel happy and you want to do that and share that with others. But for some reason with JLo, it doesn't feel like it's because she's so happy. It feels more like she's being the shadow side of Leo, where she just wants everybody to look at her. And this is like an excuse or like another way to get attention. That's what it feels like. And I don't know. Maybe that's just my bias, but that's what I've been picking up on. And I'm not loving it. It's too much JLo overkill. I think so too. I think so too, Robin. Olive oil, I know, right? And the liquor line, DeLola, I didn't even know about that one. Okay, Robin. That one too? Holy smokes. Ah. Sage Moon says, I can only imagine the BS Kelly has had to deal with. Really proud of her. Same. Same. Good for her. Okay, so let's pull a card before we leave this story and move on to another one. Let's pull a card for Kelly because now that we know that this was her activation of her Aquarius sun, which is where you're shining. The sun is like you stepping forth into your ego, not being afraid to shine. She was really like, okay, Pluto's here, Mars is here, not today. Like, I'm going to stand up for myself. Let's see what her karmic reward is going to be for that. Because when you do that, when you show that self-love and self-respect, the universe rewards it. I think it's a good karma thing. So let's just see. What will be the positive reward that Kelly will receive from taking advantage of all these positive Aquarius planetary alignments. Let's see. Page of Pentacles, a new start in her career and finances. Okay, I like this. So this indicates that she may have felt like she was in a little bit of a rut before, but like when you do one brave thing, it feels like dominoes start falling and you get this rush of being like, "Oh wait, I can do things." Like I just did that. And then it's like you feel a new beginning. You're like, "Okay, like what else can I do that I didn't really give myself permission to do before?" So I think that we're going to see her. Oh my god, I'm getting goosebumps. This is exciting. We are going to see her come out with some new things. I think she's going to be stepping even more into her empowered self, her true creativity. And that is a reward for this breakthrough, allegedly, for entertainment purposes, this emotional breakthrough. I think that Pluto was helping her push through this barrier. And during her own Aquarius sun sign season, it makes sense. So we'll keep an eye out for any of her new projects she's going to be dropping. I think they're going to be really in alignment with her. So that's beautiful. All right. Good for you, Kelly. I love that. All right. So let's see. Ooh, okay. Wait. Beth has some tea. Lo, that is the Chinese zodiac sign of the rooster, can be very proud and boastful. Okay, guys, I will say this. I once dated a rooster a while ago and can confirm very proud and boastful. Honestly, and I know not every rooster is like this, but my rooster encounter was, yeah, pretty much a nightmare. So I didn't even know that, Beth. Thank you for the extra context. Yikes. Where's the holy water? Oh my God. Sorry. Just that's too much for me. Okay, let's move on to the next story. So this like sludge doesn't stick. Oh God, no. The next story is JLo's documentary. Just as we try to get away from JLo, here it is. All right, next tea time story, which kind of flows from the last one. JLo's new documentary and the question Jane Fonda candidly asked about her relationship. Now, this is pretty wild here. I'm going to read to you guys just a little bit of this. So, according to TMZ, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck postponed wedding, and it was only the beginning of the end. They were too immature to figure everything out. Jennifer Lopez says that she and Ben Affleck didn't break up the day they postponed their wedding in 2003. Instead, they split well into the aftermath of the stunning delay. The singer songwriter spoke with Zane Lowe during an Apple Music interview and revealed the couple may have been headed down the path to breaking up when they called their wedding off. Yeah. But they stayed together for a while later, trying to make their coupling last. JLo said the wedding delay sparked doubt in both herself and Ben Affleck about what our relationship was and where it was going. And even though she knew she wanted to be with him forever, she felt their marriage wasn't going to make it the distance. Lopez explains that they weren't mature enough to make the relationship work despite their repeated attempts. And she added they were under the impression people broke up when things get hard, so they went their separate ways. Okay, blah, blah. So much more info about that. So it's a story about a non story. Really. I mean, like what? She's just still kind of talking about it. And wasn't it exposed at the time that they actually did break up because Ben was like gambling and having substance abuse issues and cheating? Like, I don't know. I think she's really trying hard to rewrite the narrative right now. So we're being a little messy right now, but let's pull some cards. Jane Fonda said, I don't remember the exact quote right now, but she said something that really shocked me to J-Lo, apparently, in the documentary. Like to J-Lo's face. You gotta hand it to her. She's saying to people's face. But Jane said, like, I just don't understand why you put your relationship out there so much. Like, wouldn't it be better to keep it? What did she say? Let me look up the quote. I was like, wow, Jane, that's what we're all thinking. Jane Fonda. And of course, they starred together in the movie Monster in Law. Here we go. All right. According to CNN Entertainment, Jane Fonda offered Jennifer Lopez some astrological advice. Oh, she astrological advice? And This Is Me Now. Wait, hold on. One more rabbit hole, guys. Just jump with me here. This is wild. I didn't even see astrological advice. It's a monster-in-law. This is wild. Okay. It's a monster-in-law reunion in Jennifer Lopez's sprawling new Prime movie, This Is Me Now. Jane Fonda appears in a buzzy cameo in the film, a visual accompaniment to Lopez's ninth studio album, This Is Me Now. As a member of the Zodiacal Council, a celestial being observing Lopez's main character's life from the heavens, both the film and the album debuted on Friday. Fonda's council also contains other stars and cameo appearances. Okay, what? I'm gonna have to look into this later and watch this movie. They're doing zodiac stuff. That's pretty cool. All right, we're getting off track here, though. I just wanted to see what she said to her. All right, I'm gonna have to abandon this here in a second. Here it is, finally. Sorry, you guys. Thanks for bearing with me. That was a wild article. Okay. Jane Fonda criticizes Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez for PDA, saying that it just feels too much. I want you to know that I don't entirely know why, but I feel invested in you and Ben. And I really want this to work, Fonda shared in Lopez's upcoming documentary, This Is Me Now, a love story, according to Variety. However, this is my concern. Like, it feels too much like you're trying to prove something instead of just living it. Every other photograph is the two of you kissing and the two of you hugging. In the documentary, Lopez laughed off Fonda's comment and explained, that's just us living our life. Okay, interesting. But when I saw that, I was just like, okay, Jane Fonda strikes me as just a very like balanced person, kind of no nonsense. Obviously, she knows JLo and feels comfortable enough to tell the truth. Maybe she's just comfortable enough in her own skin to tell the truth. I don't know. I was just like, yeah, Jane, we're all thinking that. So I want to pull a couple of cards just about all that. I mean, what a little mess. So let's see. Uh, Got to catch up with you guys. Oh, Gigi. Oh my God, you're killing me with what you're saying. Beth says, LMAO, I can't imagine you with a rooster. Good friends, yes, but anything else? Crash, crash, bam. It exactly was that. Just a complete train wreck. Oh my God. Beth, you're exactly right. Okay. Sageman, oop, not Jane reading her too now. Girl, I'm almost surprised that they kept that in the documentary because JLo seems to be very protective of her image. Um, Even Mariah Carey doesn't like her. And maybe Mariah Carey is a little bit of a diva too. I don't know. But Mariah's an Aries and she'll say it like she means it. She doesn't seem to have beef with a lot of people. So, all right, let's just see. What's going on with Jennifer Lopez's documentary? What are her intentions? And is there any truth to what Jane Fonda is saying? Let's just kind of see what comes through allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Eight of Pentacles. It's about business. Yeah, okay. That seems like JLo. Eight is, of course, about abundance and money. And so are Pentacles. So she's really wanting to turn this into a cash cow. And she has noticed, oh my God, this is hilarious, actually. She's noticed that love stories, pun intended, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, are just something that can bring you a lot of money. It can raise your profile. People love a good love story. What she doesn't realize is that, people really did love the fact that they got back together. And that was around the time that they got married. We all kind of were watching along as they rekindled. But that's happened. Now they're married and living their lives. And I feel like, with seeing the whole Travis and Taylor thing, she's really been trying to think, like, how can I use my love story to just to like raise my profile? She's trying to kind of like get the interest going again in her love story, which it seems like it's kind of missing the mark. I feel like we already kind of did that, but nevertheless, she's going to try. So yeah, it's about money. It's about that. That's what she's doing. So when she told Jane Fonda, we're just living our lives, I don't think that's true. I think that, yes, they are living their lives, but she also is doing the PDA and really hoping that people will fall in love with their love. I think she would really enjoy being able to work with him more, like how they did that Super Bowl commercial for Dunkin'. Like, I think that's kind of the dream. Another thing about J-Lo, she hates to lose, right? She hates to fail, she hates to lose. And when they did Geely back in the day and it was like it just bombed completely, remember how they broke up not too long after that? So that could have also been a factor for her, just like feeling like they kind of lost. I could see her wanting to do another movie with him in the future. And this may be the precursor to that. Like she's wanting people to fall in love with their love story so that they can like do another movie and redeem themselves. Like she wants to erase the Geely experience by overwriting it with a new, really successful blockbuster movie starring the two of them. I think that's like her dream, allegedly for entertainment purposes. A lot came through just for that one card. Holy smokes. All right, I'm going to catch up with what you guys are saying. Oh my God, the divas are out. Sage Moon. Gigi, yeah, she doesn't even know her, right? Sorry, I'm hitting my microphone. That was classic. That was classic. Oh my God. Okay, Melissa says, I think J-Lo just can't be alone and just loves the idea of love. That, I could see that, Melissa, because even with this, it's like my love story, like really wanting to. I mean, I think it's good to romanticize your life to an extent, right? Like we all have to be like grateful for our lives so that we can, feel satisfaction and appreciate what we have. Like I feel like that's really important. And, the more we feel that, like the happier we are, the more we idealize others, the less happy we are. Like I resonate with that. Um, but I think that, yeah, this is getting to where it's going beyond just, I want to share my love story. More like, I want you guys to see how great it is. Shadow side of Leo. Okay. What else are you guys saying? Ooh, Robin, very interesting. How do Jill's kids feel about the film and documentary? Let's see. I don't want to say too much about the kids. I try to stay away from that, but I think that's a pretty just benign question. So, good question, Robin. Thank you for that. How does how do JLo's kids feel about the film and like the documentary coming out? Page of Wands. Um, I don't know. I think they just kind of, pages are young, right? So this is the card of youth. Their and passion, wands in this case, is about like excitement. When you're talking about like kids, a wand would be like getting to do exciting things, getting to go to like a premiere and getting to be dressed up and going to family dinners and stuff. So I think, just to leave it at that, I don't think they really understand. I think they've grown up in the culture of their family. So to them, this is very normal. And I think they get excited to be able to do like fun family activities. So to them, this is just like, oh, cool. We get to go to this premiere and we get to like wear a cool outfit and, take pictures, like just cute kid stuff, I think. So I don't think it really like maybe when they're older, they might see it differently. But right now, I think they're just kind of, going along being kids. Okay, let's see. Chrissy says it is interesting. I don't see her son around. Oh, is he living with JLo or Mark Anthony? He's not shown in the pictures. Interesting. Robin also says we always hear JLo talking. Does Ben talk about the relationship? You're so right. We do not hear Ben talking about the relationship very often. Did you guys hear? This was so random also. I heard this was on Instagram. I was like just scrolling around and I wish I could even remember the guy's name, but it was an entertainment reporter. And this was just speculation, but he was speculating that Ben Affleck is producing a new film and that like rumors are swirling that he may cast Jennifer Garner in the film. Hold on. Let me just double. If that's true, that would be wild. Let's see if there's anything else out there about that. Just real quick. Real quick, you guys. I just kind of have to know. Um, Ben Affleck. Maybe that was just a rumor. Oh, guys, according to the New York Post, oh my God, this might explain why J-Lo is talking about their marriage a lot more. I cannot imagine that things are happy. and that with this happening. Okay, according to the New York Post, this was published February 16th. Jennifer Garner is in talks to play Matt Damon's wife in ex-hubby Ben Affleck's new thriller. Ew, talk about giving the ick. I'm sorry, but that is just all kinds of levels of Holly weird. Ew, so you're gonna like kiss your ex-husband's best friend and he's gonna be like having a say in the project? I'm sorry, that's bizarre. I don't like that at all. Okay, Jennifer Garner could be starring in ex-husband Ben Affleck's newest film 6 years after they divorced. It's been 6 years, but still, 6 years isn't that long. And marriage is like a huge commitment. Like, I feel like 6 years being divorced feels like not a long time. The Yes Day actress, 51, is currently in talks to star alongside Affleck's bestie Matt Damon in his Netflix project Animals, according to the Hollywood Reporter. The upcoming crime thriller will be produced by the Argo director, 51, alongside Damon, 53. Affleck will be directing the production, and work is set to begin in March in Los Angeles. You've got to be kidding me. Guys, I am floored. Did you guys know about this? Like, what are y'all thinking? Oh my God, Melissa, I'm like, oh yes, Jennifer Garner and Matt Damon play husband and wife. What? So, ew, I'm like so grossed out. So if Ben's directing it, he's gonna be like, when they're like doing their kissing scenes, he's like, okay, like, I'm sorry. No, this is just feels viscerally weird. She is a fantastic actress, but okay, maybe it's just a personal ick for me. I if I were J-Lo, I'd be like, "What are we doing, guys? What are we doing?" Like, she's amazing. I wish her the best. Can we cast another amazing actress? Um, I and it's good to keep the money on the family. That's positive. If he's really that high-minded, that's amazing. If they're, if J-Lo can deal with it, amazing. I don't think I could, to be honest. And with all of her Leo placements, I don't know that she really could either. All right, let's see. Gigi says, if I were JLo, I would be on that damn set every single day. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Melissa, that's weird. Sage Moon, that's hella wild. Guys, I don't get it. Ben and Jennifer Garner have similar birth charts. Ooh, Sage Moon. Well, alleged birth charts. Child, I don't trust it. Sage Moon, I don't trust it either. It makes me feel sick. I love all those films too. And by the way, if we're just going to be honest here as we do, I like Jen Garner. Oh, this is kind of mean, but I like her just like if I were to pick like a best friend, who would I rather be best friends with? Jen Garner. Like she seems like supportive, funny, doesn't take herself too seriously. Like she's seems like she's really into her mom, being a mom, and like does videos that are just like funny and quirky. Like I don't know, she just seems easygoing. Like you could really talk to her. J Lo, I feel like she's just kind of like in the spotlight all the time, and I just saying, she doesn't seem like as easy of a person to really like bond with. And I wonder if Ben could be doing this to be able to spend a little more time with Jen Garner. Let's pull a card and see. We're gonna be messy. Yes, we are. We are going to be messy. Sage Moon says, I think Jennifer Garner gets caught up in Ben and J-Lo's mess, almost like she's used as a pawn. Oh, that's sad. I could see that though. Because Jen Garner gives really sweet, no drama type of vibes, but she ends up as a casualty of their toxicity. I could so see that, Sage Moon. It's like, allegedly, just chit chatting about it here. It's like when psychologists will talk about like a narcissist and the flying monkeys. Not saying that Ben or JLo are, but just saying, um, those people tend to like suck the people around them into the mess. And then before you know it, like you're just being sympathetic and then you're in the middle. And it could be messy, really quickly. So let's just see. How about this? How about this? To be a little less messy, what is Ben's intention with this film? And let's just see. Let's just pull a card for his intentions. Maybe he really is just trying to make a good film. Oh, I have my Eight of Pentacles from JLo still on the thing by accident. Okay. Got to make sure that gets in there because it could just be about the money. Guys, 7 of Wands. Allegedly for entertainment purposes. Holy smokes. This is my card of, I mean, you guys see it. There are a bunch of wands, passion, a lot of passion, energy, and 7 of Wands is like having other people like fight over you. See this person who's on top of the heap is like they have their wand and they're like fighting off the other wands. The Oh my god, I'm just gonna say I think that his intention is to stir up a little bit of that. I think and this is very immature and, I don't know him, I don't know his story or his life, but according to this, he's the kind of person that sometimes wants to put himself in a situation where, you know, maybe he kind of likes that J-Lo is like fighting over him, or he wants to feel desired by, more than one person. Not saying he's going to cheat or even that would be a possibility. Jen Garner probably wouldn't even be interested in doing that, obviously. But it doesn't mean that he doesn't like a little bit of the thrill of the idea of it. That is very toxic. Okay, what are you guys saying about this? This is toxic AF. Mhm. That Jennifer Garner seems very comfortable and happy just being human. It's nice to see, right? Voice of Davis, she's the female Keanu Reeves. Oh my god. Yes, Voices of Davis. I love Keanu Reeves so, so much. I saw Keanu Reeves many, many years ago, like many, many, on a subway in New York. And he was just like regular person, just on the subway and then just boop, got off at his stop. It was just for like one little stop. But I just was like, oh my God, is that Keanu? And then people were like, I was telling one of my friends about it, and she was like, oh yeah, he rides the subway all the time. Like it's not, he's just like very, very nice, like regular person. No one bothers him in New York because he's like super low key. Like, so yeah, I agree with you, Voice of Davis. They're very similar and they're just like low key, good people, just, not pretentious. I like that. Okay. Hi, Davy. How's it going? Okay, Sage Moon says, yeah, like I think he might try to make J-Lo jealous using Jennifer Garner at times. Plus, Jennifer Garner is the mother of his kids, so she kind of has to be around Ben, even if she might not want to be. LOL. I'm like, let Jen Garner live. Agreed. Let her live. Beth Wands leading or Beth. I think I'll do Beth Wands. Beth, you're getting a new name. Leading with the wands. Dropping my cards. Yeah, and by the way, though, the card I did draw was the 6 of Pentacles. This is, like, bringing gifts. This to me is like Jen Garner, like, just bringing gifts and, like, just being s super sweet. So I definitely think that she's not having this. She's not even in this, this is her. She's like, "Okay, cool, like, I'll make cookies and bring them to the set," and, like, "Is JLo gonna be there? Are the kids gonna be there? Like, this'll be so fun, like, we'll all get to hang out." Like, I think she genuinely just has, like, good intentions. Let's see how JLo feels about it. How does JLo really feel about it? Sage Moon, toxic AF is just on the F. I love down to earth people. I do too. I do too, Beth. He's such a Leo. Uh, you know, and Gigi, I agree with you on that. And I think that, there's someone for everyone. And did you guys see JLo's music video that just came out recently where she has all those guys all over her and she's like in really skimpy little like nothing, bikinis. So hold on. Before I say that this is like Ben, maybe he's doing like maybe this is kind of their thing. Like maybe they both love attention and either they've agreed that this is cool or it's a little going back and forth where like, okay, well, she wanted to do that in her music video and she's showing off. All right, well, now I'm gonna get attention. Like, who knows? Um, let's see. Because that is very, very Leo of both of them to just be kind of, I don't know, just stirring the pot a little bit. All right. How does JLo really feel about Ben working with Jen Garner potentially? Robin, oh my god. Hoda Kotb asked J-Lo how many times she was really in love. J-Lo's response, "I have to think about that." Nothing about, like, I don't know. Yeah, alright. Ben's like, "Okay, you gonna play that game?" How does J-Lo feel about it? The Sun. What? She feels really happy about them working together. Guys, I did not expect that. Let's get a clarifier. Why? Why? Why is J-Lo well, the Sun is also a Leo card because Leo, is naturally ruled by the Sun. Let's get a clarifier. That is really interesting. The Sun card. Queen of Pentacles, money. Does she think that this is gonna be like a blockbuster? Like more people are going to see it, maybe because of the drama? Oh my god. Hold on. Get another one. 8 of Wands moving quickly, passionately. Sorry, I need a couple more. This is like that other story that was coming through. A little bit wild. King of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. So this is this is so interesting. So people try to, paint it to where J-Lo is like a little bit threatened or something because Ben had, such a long relationship with Jen Garner and all that. And, that would make sense. It would be kind of strange for your husband to be working with his ex-wife. But J-Lo is the Sun card. She actually is very confident. So even though like she shows moments of vulnerability, and she also said in that interview, I saw just like a little clip that like if anybody like came over to her man or flirted with her man, she would say like step off. I also am 99.9% sure that she vetted all of those questions. I'm sure she has approval. Her team, her PR team has approval. I don't think that, anything was asked of her that she wasn't wanting to talk about, maybe even fed some of the questions to the staff over there. So maybe this jealousy thing is something that she is wanting to stir up, kind of like how, the Kardashian family will play chess and they'll like have one person be, broken up with this week and the next week there's a scandal. And it's kind of like that. It's like she understands how the game works. She's a true Leo and she's very confident in herself. So to her, it's sort of like a game. And I think that she feels so confident in herself and in her relationship that she's actually kind of like excited about the idea of there being a lot of like gossip about them. And she's been trying so hard to like put their love story out there, and then now this is the counter to that. It's like, okay, and let's make some drama. I am so surprised, but okay, because she's the Queen of Pentacles. This is what we had for Taylor before. This is really like secure, financially doing well, which we know she's extremely wealthy. And this is also wanting to stay in that position. She feels like she's the queen. She feels like she's good. She very Leo as well with the crown. But she also knows that the more she does things like this, the more pentacles she'll have. So she's actually excited. She believes in the project. She believes in the drama. She thinks this is going to be a home run for her and for Ben. She wants him to be the King of Pentacles. I think that she's been wanting him to do a new project, to create something new for a little bit. I think she really pushes him to do more and to like be out there and to be making money. So she's excited because she thinks that this is going to be really good for his career and that they're going to be everywhere in the tabloids once it really catches on and there are photos on set and all of this. She loves it. She's living for it. And then 8 of Wands, success and abundance, and Wands, passion, moving quickly. She likes this. She likes the fact that she's hoping that this is a story that's really gonna catch fire, and just spur on the project. She's very much the businesswoman. I mean, I'm not saying she's not emotional. I think she's emotional. Obviously, we're all emotional, but I would say overall, she's really good at compartmentalizing. I'm so floored. Allegedly for entertainment purposes. Woo, Whew. Okay, what are you guys saying? These celeb couples think differently, LOL. I think so, Gigi. I'm with you. I think that they are playing a game, and there is stuff that we don't even know. And like that's why the tarot tea, I think it's so interesting because you're like, oh, okay. Like I wouldn't have thought that, but now that the cards are spelling it out, I'm like blowing my mind. I could see that. Let's see. Sage Moon, the ultimate of ultimate Leo energy, LOL. For sure. For sure. J-Lo is the embodiment of the Leo energy. Let's see. Sage Moon says, I believe her management is Britney Spears' old management. Oh, they seem to run a tight ship. Interesting. Interesting, Sage Moon. Yeah, her team definitely, I mean, think about like the strategy meetings they must be having. And yeah, I think that I think it's a tight ship too, Sage Moon. I think you're right. Beth says, I swear some of these celebrities seem like they're just playing roles in their relationships. And when they get bad reputations or bad reviews, they choose a different leading person. Beth, I think that is very wise of you. It definitely seems like once people get into the spotlight, they like a part of them, they kind of, this sounds weird, but I feel like they kind of like lose that I don't know, the value of just like being an authentic person. I think sometimes it can be really exciting to get all this attention and then they just want to keep getting that attention. And there is a big part of the industry that is like planting stories and creating PR relationships. Like all that stuff is very real. And the purpose is to keep the storyline going, to keep people guessing. Like I've had people come in here onto this channel before and say like, "Oh, like I can't believe you're talking about that and this and that." And respectfully, like, I understand, and I think people come from a compassionate place. They don't think it's right to speculate on other people's lives, and I see that perspective, and I can appreciate that perspective, but at the same time, I'm like, this is what they want to do. Like, they are putting these stories in the tabloids. They're calling Batgrid. They're calling these paparazzi, machines to put this information out there. You can tell when a celebrity is hiding, and you can tell when a celebrity is wanting these stories to come out. They're wanting things like this to go on, and we just do it differently by pulling the tarot cards, diving a little deeper into the situation. But at the end of the day, it boosts them in the algorithm, it helps them and they do think differently. So I'm with you guys on that. I think that's so smart. Let's see. Robin says she wants him to be a business mogul like her ex A-Rod. Wow, Robin, yes. Oh my god, King of Pentacles, 1000%. Because didn't A-Rod like, A-Rod was so successful for, like, investments and all kinds of things. I wonder feel like I read somewhere that he was, like, as wealthy or, like, a little bit wealthier than J.Lo, which is really saying something because she is extremely wealthy. I think you're right. I think you're totally right. She's, like, wanting Ben to she's kinda pushing him to be, yeah, a little wealthier. Okay, interesting. Except couples that don't need to be public, like Ryan Gosling and Eva Mendes. Voice of Davis, exactly. Like the couples that don't want to be in the tabloids, they aren't. They really don't call like the paparazzi. They really do things to, change their routine up so that they really are hidden. For example, you know how Taylor Swift in that Time magazine article where she was honored as Person of the Year, she shared the truth that by the time she went to Travis's first Kansas City Chiefs game, she was like, "It's absurd that people thought that this was like our first date because in reality, we were already a couple by that time. We had been dating prior to me showing up at his game." I was like, "Oh, wow." So when they wanna hide things, they do, okay? Like, that to me was also, like, confirmation times 10 that, like, there's a not saying that the relationship isn't real, because I think it is, but I think that there's a lot of it that they control, which is what makes the tarot tea time so fun to pull. Okay, let's see. Next story. Woo, that I did not expect the J-Lo tea to be so hot today. But good for her. Again, this is what she wants, you know? All right, get your Leo life, J-Lo and Ben. All right, Bradley Cooper and Gigi's relationship, is it getting serious? Now, this is a couple on the topic of PR and like getting press, getting coverage, getting a buzz, and wanting to hide. I feel like Bradley Cooper and Gigi Hadid have been wanting people to talk about their relationship, but people really aren't. I feel like they really, really want people to talk about them. You can see like that they're always getting paparazzi photos. A lot of these are agencies that, are known kind of under the table for Hollywood people to call them to get featured. And I think that they really want the coverage. I just think people are, for whatever reason, not really invested in this couple. So I want to pull a couple cards to just see like what the vibe is between them. What's the energy? How real is this connection? What's the motivation? Both have had some very high profile relationships, and both of them are parents. So, there can be some really good mutual understanding there. Of course, Bradley Cooper with Irina Shayk, the supermodel, and Gigi Hadid with Zayn Malik from One Direction. So maybe is it just that we're a little burnt out on them and it's not quite believable? I don't know. Let's just see. So the Page Six article that came out a few days ago says inside Bradley Cooper's 33 acre, holy smokes, 6.5 million Pennsylvania farmhouse near Gigi Hadid's estate. Okay, again, very Hollywood, very celebrity couples thinking differently. He's not moving in with her. He got an estate next to her estate. What does that mean? It's like, okay, so you're serious enough to live near someone, but not serious enough to move in together. I don't know. Again, maybe this is just the celebrity way. So here is what the article details. Bradley Cooper snapped up a grandiose $6.5 million home on a 33-acre plot of land in Pennsylvania, just a stone's throw away from girlfriend Gigi Hadid's family estate. Page Six exclusively revealed in December of 2023 that the maestro actor purchased the lavish farmhouse situated close to Gigi's mom, Yolanda Hadid's $4 million horse farm in New Hope, Pennsylvania. The sprawling mansion, which was built in 1704, has undergone several renovations, I would hope so, over the years, resulting in a vintage home with a modern feel, as reported by the New York Post. Okay, and then they go on to show some photos. I mean, it's a huge home. It's okay. All right. It's a little, it's kind of plain. But it's very beautiful. I mean, I'm not going to scoff at a $6.5 million home, but it just looks it's kind of cottagey. Feels like folklore to me, the folklore aesthetic. So let's just see. Let's just see what's going on with them. And what are you guys saying? Whoa, Robin, A-Rod's net worth is 500 million. He put up 75% investment in JLo Beauty. Oh my God. Robin, are you the one that said that she wants him to be, hold on, that she wants him to be like A-Rod? Who said that? Who? Yes, you did. Robin said she wants him to be a business mogul like her ex A-Rod, 500 million. Yeah, Robin, 1000% agree with you. That is exactly what she's trying to do. Oh my God. This is wild. This is wild. Okay, let's see. Wow. Voice of Davis, can you pull cards on how Zayn feels about it? Because I do feel for him. He seems like I do feel for him. He feels like an anxious person. Yes, of course. We'll pull some for him. Beth, Bradley, and Gigi will be great until she gets 29 years old. Sorry, but he's a tool. Maybe that's why people aren't that into this couple, because maybe it's just like he gives off a little bit of Leo DiCaprio energy. I agree with you. I don't take him very seriously. Like, you couldn't make it work with Irina Shayk. Come on. Like, what's going on? What are you about, Bradley Cooper? Okay. So let's see what's going on between the two of them. First, I want to get let's get her feelings. We'll get her feelings, his feelings, and then Zayn Malik's feelings. Might as well. Let's see. Remember all that drama that happened between Zayn Malik and Yolanda Hadid? That was a doozy. I did a tarot reading on that. I think it was like 2 years ago. That was a real doozy, guys. Okay. How does Gigi feel? Ladies first here. Let's see how she's feeling about Bradley. Ooh, 8 of Wands. Things are moving quickly. We've gotten 8 of Wands so much today. All right, that's in the air. Passion moving quickly. I think that she really likes him. Or at least is like very passionate about him. I think that she wants the relationship to move forward and quickly. She wouldn't mind like eloping. Like with this type of energy, this is like a whirlwind romance. She's very interested in him. It feels like everything that she's ever wanted. Like a lot of passion and yeah, she's all for it. So, okay, well good for her. Good for her. That's how she feels. Okay. How does Bradley feel towards her? How does Bradley feel towards Gigi? Oh my gosh, I'm dying at y'all's comments. Sage Moon says the way my mind is blown right now because I've always perceived Bradley as a Pisces, but he's a MF Capricorn. I'm shook. Wonder if that's his rising. Wow. You know what, Sage Moon, if he has Pisces rising and Capricorn sun, that would definitely be in alignment. Because Pisces can be like very elusive. And if you have that as your rising sign, people will like project things onto you. So like the public, for example, could project onto Bradley Cooper if hypothetically he is a Pisces rising, could project onto him this image of like, a romantic, artistic man who's like very I don't know, just like that heartthrob energy. But then when you actually meet him and get to know him, his sun sign energy, he's really a Capricorn, like down to business, like not quite as emotional as he may come off. Ooh, that okay. I would love to know his birth chart as well. All right, so let's see. Beth, leading the way. Yep. Sage and Gigi and Bradley are both five energies in birthday numerology. Oh, wow. So they understand each other. Thank you for that, Sage Moon. Such a helpful bit of information to understand them. 5 is the 5 senses and the freedom lovers. Um, truly, 5 people, if they ever do commit to one person, typically it's not till later in life because the 5 senses, they really do pursue, different people, different flavors of, different just everything. They want to experience it all. They're not really the type that wants to settle down, at least not for a long time. And this 8 of Wands energy would definitely um, resonate with a 5 birth date energy for sure. A lot of exuberance and lust for life, though. Okay. How does Bradley feel towards Gigi? It's the death card? What? Bradley, are you okay? Let's pull another one. Allegedly. What? An ending to what? Hmm. King of Pentacles. Huh. Let me get another one. Transformation. Oh wow. Okay. Sorry. 8 of Swords. Okay. This is a really, yeah, his birth chart. I wonder what his moon sign is. Is he like a Scorpio moon or something? I'm dropping the cards. Sorry. The cards are flying. All right. So we have first this death card. This is a transformation in this context, not an ending. But for a second I was like, what? But yeah, so this is transformation, changing from one state to another, like one state of being, one relationship status, whatever it is. He would like to make a transformation with her, put an end to one phase of his life and begin a new phase of his life. When he sees her, when he's with her, he could actually see himself transforming, changing as a person. That's very deep. Again, he's a little bit older. Definitely, he could be ending, he could have be like, all right, I've already seen all the 5 things I wanted to see with my 5 birthday energy, and I am ready to settle down. I'm ready to have someone who's there for me. She could be inspiring this big transformation for him. King of Pentacles, he has, wait, didn't you guys say he is a, Sejun, didn't you say he's a Capricorn? Hold on. He's a Capricorn. Okay, yeah. I love it. Don't you love when the tarot T confirms the astrology? King of Pentacles. So, yeah, he's a Capricorn energy. Typically in life, he has valued money, possessions, status, and things. And honestly, that's been a part of his purpose to learn about that here in this lifetime. Our sun sign can tell us a lot about what we're here to learn, what we're here to master. And people with Capricorn sun, they typically have to work very hard as a child to make it. Now, I don't know Bradley Cooper's backstory, but I'll tell you this, there are very few Nepo babies born as Capricorns. Typically, these people are born the opposite. Have some sort of disadvantage or something that they have to overcome, which is why Capricorns are known for being much more serious in childhood. And then as they get older, they start to lighten up, they start to flourish. And for these people, like for someone born on the 5th, this can mean emotional flourishing later, like finally starting to feel like you're safe enough to be able to open your heart. It's not just about the pursuit of the five senses anymore as climb the mountain as the goat, the Capricorn goat, having to climb that big, tall mountain to get to the top for success. Once you hit the peak of success, there's a feeling of, okay, I made it, I did it. One part of my journey is over. Capricorn energy, I made it. I bought this $6.5 million home in Pennsylvania. I'm ready to transform and, experience a different part of life now, which could be emotional intimacy and closeness to another person, commitment, all that. That is so interesting. Wow. So I think this is actually a very real relationship. Um, then we have the Eight of Swords that came out, and this is about being in a prison of your own making. I would say that for him, the one thing that he has to look out for is overthinking and stressing himself out. Now, this can also be an indication that maybe he needs to do, a little bit of therapy or work on communicating his feelings more because this is kind of, Eight of Swords is the way that we put ourselves in a box. This can be from our past, past energy, past baggage, but this is very much something that he has control over. So just like, working on yourself, having some trust in life, in your partner, in yourself. Yeah, but it can be, this is not anything like major to worry about. This is just like working on himself. And maybe this death card is also indicating that he is working on himself, that he is finally feeling safe and not like, this energy of it's just very stressful of Eight of Swords, like feeling kind of stuck and like you can't really express yourself or be close to people. So I actually think this is really beautiful. I really love this. Good for them. Good for them. That's amazing. Okay, what are you guys saying? Okay. Gigi says Sage Moon Bradley has Neptune conjunct his Sag rising. Ooh, thank you, Gigi. Neptune. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, so he's not a Pisces rising, but Sage Moon, that's what you were picking up on 1000%. Sage Moon. So you were picking up on Neptune, which is the natural ruler of Pisces. And Neptune conjunct someone's rising sign would have the same effect as a Pisces rising, because you're still being influenced by the Pisces energy. Oh my gosh, that is major. Okay, and so Neptune giving the energy of Pisces. So still people can project things onto you if you have Neptune conjunct your rising sign. It's also very like elusive and dreamy, magnetic. People can't really pin you down. Put that conjunct Sagittarius energy, which is the traveler, also hard to pin down. Also all about, trying it all, the explorer of the world. This is a big transformation. Him getting a home in Pennsylvania and committing to one place, even for a little bit, is a big death card change. So, wow. Okay. I feel like that really just confirms everything. Thank you for that, Gigi. And thank you, Sage Moon, for pulling those placements. That's so interesting. Oh my God. Yeah. 100%, you guys. I love all the astrology talk sprinkled in here. Beth, I'm going to have to get Brit to read my birth chart so I can understand all this. Absolutely. Okay. So, how does Zane feel? And then I'm going to we didn't even really get to the Dumois stuff. Okay, there are like 2 Dumois stories. I am going to let's see, I'm gonna try to wrap this up in, like, about 10 minutes, just a little 10-minute warning because I'm gonna record our podcast episode for this week right after. And I'm gonna record Sage Moon's birth chart reading, so, okay. Alright, guys. I got a busy night ahead. We are still going, honey. So, usually we go about almost 2 hours, so we'll just be a little bit shy of that, but I feel like we're spilling some good tea still. Okay. How does Zayn Malik feel about Gigi moving on with Bradley Cooper, about the news that Bradley's bought a house in Pennsylvania? Let's just see what's coming through for that. Mm, Ace of Cups, my cup runneth over. Okay, interesting. So it's kind of okay. So the tarot reading I did with him, with Zayn Malik and Yolanda, I don't remember the details because, like I said, I think it was like 2 years ago or like a year and a half ago. It was a while ago, but I just kind of had this like little flash of like remembering the energy that I picked up on back then. And what I picked up on was that like Yolanda was coming through as very, like allegedly for entertainment purposes, very controlling. It was like she was inserting herself into the relationship with Gigi, and Zayn was very concerned about Yolanda's influence over his child. Okay. And I mean, that's a really, really tough situation to be in. I just got goosebumps. Like that is a really tough situation to be in. And his romantic relationship with Gigi has long since ended. So I don't think that there's any like pining that he's doing or that he wishes like they could get back together. I think his main concern though is for the well-being of his child. And I think that Bradley is a very like mature, again, Capricorn sun, headstrong person, but also has this A-list stardom and this charm with Neptune conjunct Sagittarius and his rising and also Libra moon, Sage Moon said. So I think that Zayn feels very confident that Bradley will not be, subjected to Yolanda's BS and control. I think that Bradley is a big enough celebrity and he's charming enough and like old enough, mature enough to be able to navigate the situation. So I actually think that Zayn thinks this is a really positive situation for his child. So his cup runneth over with happiness. He's really happy. Like this is what he was hoping for. Like someone stable to be in Gigi's life who would provide that stable environment for his child as a result of that. And someone who wouldn't, allow Yolanda to control everything going on in the house. Because I think that Yolanda kind of backs down or defers to Bradley. For whatever reason, I don't think she was respectful to Zayn the same way that she is to Bradley. Allegedly for entertainment purposes. So he's happy though. And I like that because that shows a lot of maturity and that he's valuing his child, the well-being of his child and the mother of his child. And he's moving forward. So I think that's very mature. I really like that. That's really good. Gigi Zane is also a Capricorn. Okay, nice. So, Capricorns, they respect other Capricorns. They understand each other. And also it's very stable. Capricorn is grounded and what they say, if they tell you that they're going to do something, they mean it and you can really trust it. There's a stable foundation there with earth signs. So, okay, that makes sense. I like it. Hmm. Okay, Chris says, ooh, everyone's birth chart readings. All right. I love it, you guys. Okay. Chris says, what's up with Sean? Lots of rumors that he flew from Seattle studio to spend Valentine's Day with Charlie in LA because he was supposedly seen February 15th in the morning. Her social media is all over the place. Ooh, Chris, thank you for that tea. What? Okay. We'll pull a couple cards. Holy smokes. Sage Moon, you're so sweet. Aw. Sage Moon, you're so sweet. I want to get it to you ASAP though. I'm like, I'm still gonna do it. But thank you. You're so kind, so sweet. I've been hanging out with the pups, a lot this weekend, all day yesterday. Michael and I switched off. He was like, "Okay, today's my day. Yesterday was your day." But they're so precious. Like I was telling you guys before, as soon as we get to where we're gonna mount these lights up top. The dogs will be able to be in here if they're good, and I'll be able to bring them over here so you can at least meet them. At least meet them once. They're sweethearts. Okay, let's see. Let's pull one on the Shawn Mendes situation with Charlie. That is wild. Thank you, Chris, for telling us about that. I had not heard that at all. Let's see. Is that true? Because there's been a lot of, let's see. Or is that a rumor? Okay. Could be a rumor. So let's just see what comes through the cards. 9 of Cups, self-care. That could have just been a rumor. Hold on. Let me pull another one. 7 of Swords, dishonesty and deception. Another one. Let's see. A little complex here. Self-care and deception. What else do we have here? Judgment. Okay, hold on. Let me see who's who in this. I'm going to pull one for Shawn, one for Charlie to clarify, because this is a pretty wild story. Shawn's energy around this. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, yes. I think we pulled that for him on the first reading that we did about Shawn and Charlie. Okay, what about Charlie? Her energy? Seven of Wands. Okay. Whoa. Wild. So here is the thing. I actually wouldn't be surprised, and thank you for that, Chris. I wouldn't be surprised if the rumors were correct that he was in Los Angeles. But he was there because of 9 of Cups energy. He's like taking care of himself. This was something for him. So I have Ace of Pentacles and 9 of Cups. I think that his main motivation was something else, because this is like showing self-interest and like making money. So maybe he had, for some like odd reason, maybe he had another reason that he had to be there. You know how celebrities are, like there may be like a special recording session, or there's something that he has to go and do, or like I don't know. I feel like they're always flying around different places, or a meeting that he had to take or wanted to take. And it just so happened to be that week, because for me, this is saying that his motivation for going to LA or for doing whatever he was doing was self-interest. This was not about a romantic thing. And then, oh my God, the cards I get for her, because I pulled 7 of Wands, so this is gonna definitely go with this energy. This is what we got for the Ben. How Ben was, feeling about being on set with, Jen Garner, and how, just loving the attention, causing a ruckus. This is the same energy we get for Charlie. So, and you said that her social media is all over the place. I haven't seen it, but I'm not surprised given this 7 of Wands energy. This is like wanting to get attention, wanting to get people talking, even wanting, to have the illusion that like multiple people are fighting over you. Maybe in her personal life, she's also dating someone else. But this is definitely the motivation of, wanting to make it a little messy. Huh. So whoever started those rumors, it could have even been her, or maybe we have the 7 of Swords, deception. If in fact he was spotted leaving her place, I would say that, first of all, sneaking out, this is funny. This person's being very sneaky, but I would say this would be more her energy of 7 of Swords. Like maybe she told him something. I don't know. This is giving ulterior motive. I don't know. And then Judgment. Um, this is not good, guys. It's very shady. Like to get the Judgment card with the 7 of Swords card with the 7 of Wands, it's just very shady. It's like you're doing things, it's not with like a pure heart. And I really hate to say this is alleged for entertainment purposes. because this is a little bit of like a more intense kind of energy when you have these 3 cards together. Judgment is major arcana. So this is like making choices that really are not in alignment with like karma, because like judgment would be like, judgment day, um, like your karmic reward if you do something good. And if you're being deceptive, this could be a really major unraveling or, some sort of repercussion. So I think she's kind of playing with fire here, so to speak, and definitely wanting to stay in the mix with him. I think he'll be fine as long as he stays unaffected. But anytime, you know, you're shining and you're doing well like this, and you have people around you who are doing this kind of stuff, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. So I would say he really needs to kind of um, watch his back. If I were friends with him, I would say maybe don't hang out with her for a little bit. Just kind of let yourself heal and do your own thing and focus on your coins, your ace of coins, and focus on that the 9 of cups, because that truly is a beautiful energy of feeling really positive and self-sufficient and successful. I think that's where success lies. Getting involved with people that have those other card energies, it's really not going to be good in the long term. So allegedly, I'll just leave that one at that. But thank you, Chris. That was a really interesting request. All right, let's see what's everybody else saying. Okay. Bet number 5 F boy. Okay. Hi, Tracy. How's it going? It's good to see you in here. I don't know if it was Charlie, but someone, not Camila. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, I did, whether it was someone else or Charlie, when I read, I was like, connecting with Charlie's energy. She definitely still wants to be in the mix and kind of stir it up. So interesting. Okay, Voice of Davis says there was also something on Dumois that Tom and Zendaya are settling down soon. He came to support her at the Dune 2 press tour in London. Oh my god, I loved her outfit so much. She's been looking, or outfits, I should say. Keep meaning to do like a post on her. I've been like threading, over on Threads, like how I've been working with Meta during this award season and Threads. It's on my to-do list to do an analysis of her style while she's been on this Dune 2 press tour, because she has just been like feeding into her Aquarius rising so much with all of like the cool futuristic looks. I just think she's killing it. Anyway, side note, I think she looks amazing. It's awesome. This is what happens when you dress for your rising sign. I'm telling you. Let's see. But yeah, we'll pull a card for her. Okay. I got caught up in the fashion. I'm like, what was I saying? Okay. Yes. So let's pull a card for them. Potentially settling down. Okay. Very cool. They give me really good vibes. Very genuine. Let's see. Tom and Zendaya. What's going on with them? What's the latest? Stay June, Zendaya always kills it. Agreed. My favorite was the silver. I was like, oh, that's amazing. It was like vintage Mugler. Woo, looking good. Okay. And her hair and makeup looked so good too. Okay. What's their energy? Oh my god, I love it. The magician. Okay, cool. This is really fun actually, because if you said they're thinking of settling down potentially, I would say yes, settling down, but also like creating a life, creating their next chapter. The magician is all about manifesting and dreaming up something new and feeling like you can really do anything you want. So this is like house hunting. This is dreaming about your future, dreaming about like what are our kids' names gonna be? Like, this is a really fun energy to have for, a couples reading, because this is just talking about how they have an infinite amount of potential right now. Magician card. This is also about being on the same page, because you can really only manifest with somebody else if you guys are like aligned and you're not like manifesting at cross purposes. So this really shows that they are aligned And together, they're able to create something unique and something new. And I definitely would say, yeah, we're going to be seeing more from them in the future. They do keep it pretty private, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see them like buying a new house. Maybe news comes out that they have eloped or that they've set their date for their wedding, because they're definitely moving forward and creating new things together. So that's beautiful. I like that. All right, let's see. What are you guys saying? Okay. Ooh, a little more tea on Sean. Oh my God, Beth. That was funny. Leading with, oh my God, I can't. Chris says they're also saying she's stalking Camila's social media. Well, if she has that 7 of swords, I mean, that is like that's the sneaky deceptive card. And if you're also looking at that 7 of wands, I mean, that's like trying to compete. And I wouldn't be surprised by that. That makes a lot of sense. Voice of Davis, he said he wants to be a dad. Oh my God, how cute. Okay, I love that. Okay, Voice of Davis, I don't like that's very respectful, Voice of Davis. Yeah, I agree with you on that, and you never know, right? Even if it doesn't happen right now, it's like the idea of the future that they're creating together, and that could be a part of it. I think that's really beautiful. Tracy says people had photos on February 15th, so he left his recording studio to meet up with someone on Valentine's Day. Very interesting. I think that overall, his the reading I get on him is that he's doing a lot better now than he was. I mean, 9 of cups, that's like really, you know, like 9 is like the wish fulfillment. It's like focused on self. Cups is your emotional health and well-being. I feel like he's had a breakthrough of sorts and he's doing well. Ace of Pentacles is like success and abundance. So I think he's like really honestly doing better than he has in a long time. Um, regardless of like what he's kind of, he's doing. I think he's in a good headspace, but I feel like whoever's around him, I just think he still needs to be a little careful because there are still some people, lurking a little bit and might just need to keep focusing on himself until he really attracts someone that he knows has his best interest at heart. I think he'll feel it when he does. Okay, so to wrap it up, there's just a couple other stories from the Dumois cheat sheet that I wanted to pull cards on. All right. Now, this is one that you guys have requested before. And so I knew like some of you guys were going to love this one. And because I forget who requested it. Was it Beth? Was it you, Beth? Okay. I don't know. We'll see. So giving it another go. Could Kendall Jenner and Devin Booker, here we go, be rekindling their former romance? This week, an exclusive eyewitness source told Dumois Kendall Jenner and Devin Booker were staying at a hotel together in Phoenix, Arizona over Valentine's Day. More Valentine's Day couples drama. Shortly after this tip was posted, Booker's rumored girlfriend, Christiana Nadine, posted a picture to her Instagram account, which appeared to have been taken in Devin's bathroom. Hmm. Marking your territory or trying to tell the truth that you were really at his house at the time or feeling threatened. I don't know. That's a lot of that's a little interesting there. However, our source maintains that they 100% for sure know it was Kendall in Arizona, no question. Now, is this Kendall's PR team that is the source? I don't know. We're going to pull some cards to see. But also, a little more info for the story. This tantalizing tidbit comes on the heels of photos capturing Kendall and Devin at the Super Bowl, sparking initial whispers of a possible reunion. While they were pictured in the same suite, they weren't seen directly interacting, leaving fans to decipher the meaning behind their presence. Kendall and Devin's relationship history is a bit of a ride, though neither Kendall nor Devin has addressed the recent rumors. Their Valentine's Day rendezvous certainly adds fuel to the fire. Now, is this complete BS and maybe Kendall's team trying to, I don't know, maybe plant the seed back in his head? Like, why did the rumored girlfriend post that day after it was posted? Like, I don't know. Let's just see what's going on there. I feel like it could really go either way. Okay. What's going on with Kendall Jenner and Devin Booker? Allegedly for entertainment purposes. Oh, 9 of swords. Wow. A lot of stress and anxiety here. Okay. Well, they did have, I mean, how many, I don't know how many years they dated, but it was like an on, off again relationship. Interesting. Let's see who's who. Let's see what's more to the story. Okay, so how does Kendall feel about the rumors that she is getting back with Devin? And like, or is it like, is it something she wants? Let's just see what comes through. Beth says that is too messy. I mean, to get 9 of swords for the first card you pull out about a couple. Agreed, Beth. Way too messy. It's not looking good. We'll just say that. How does Kendall feel? Mm, 2 of Pentacles, wanting to balance 2 situations, wanting to juggle 2 situations, 2 people, allegedly. That's really shady. Okay, that's really shady. Oh my god. What have we gotten ourselves into with this reading? What about Devin? How does he feel? Oh, those stuck together. I'm gonna take them. Not the what Bradley Cooper is transforming from card. 8 of swords. Okay. Okay. This is wild. So everybody buckle your seatbelts. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. So the 9 of swords card to describe their connection or what's going on. This is about anxiety and this is like real things going on. Like major, upheavals and kind of issues, things changing. Feeling just anxious about like what's happening in your life right now. This is more coming from him because the card associated with his energy is the 8 of swords. This is, like I said before about Bradley, this is like things that you create in your own mind. This can be like wounds and issues. And so it went from this, he was feeling a little stuck, to feeling like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Like, and for Kendall to get the 2 of Pentacles, the card of balancing 2 things, this could also be being the other person in a connection or the other woman. I would say, again, allegedly for entertainment purposes, if I had to really make a call on this, I would say that, for once, I do think that Dumois' source might have been, telling the truth there. And this is almost like Kendall being okay with being the other woman in the beginning to try to like get back into the situation with him. Um, because this is basically an offer of like, I don't know, like she knows she's a third party, but, like, doesn't mind. Like, it's like she's going after what she wants, and he went from, like from stress to more stress. I think he has some regrets. I think he may. I think this is not good. That's a pretty crazy lineup of cards there. So I think that the source and what Dumas reported, I would say I would agree with that. That's what happened. Now, what's going to happen with his rumored girlfriend moving forward? Probably not great. And how is he going to feel? How are they going to announce this? I don't think so. I think that if Kendall, I think she's trying to get back with him, but I don't think that this is something really serious because if it were serious, we wouldn't have that 2 of Pentacles of juggling 2 people. It would just be like, a cups card or something. So it's a little messy. Okay. Yikes. And then let's see. Last story. Let's do one last story. Okay. The Jacob Elordi thing. So I did do a reading on Jacob Elordi over on, on the main feed of our channel, like just, I don't know, a few days ago. And it was looking into his whole situation with, the investigation for the alleged assault. And in this Dumois article, basically there's a little recap of that situation. And then a little more was revealed. So here's what else has been kind of coming out and into the public eye. So there was another video that has now been revealed that shows a similar-ish, not quite as severe, but still a a negative situation that he got into with some paparazzi. So let's see. This might not be the only face off with paparazzi, leading Jacob to ignite his seemingly short fuse. Prior to the Aussies altercation, Prior to the Aussie altercation, Dumois has viewed recent unreleased footage of Jacob demonstrating his frustration with photographers. In the video, Jacob is seen walking down a city street in a hat, sunglasses, and a bandana around his mouth with an unidentified older woman. He approached the photog while placing his hands over the camera while saying, "It's a 10-year-old. It's a 10-year-old dog. Put your camera down. Put your camera down. Put your camera down." The woman accompanying Jacob was echoing Jacob's request while desperately trying to pull him away from the photographer. Jacob is then heard telling the woman to get into the car. Is this confrontational behavior becoming a pattern for our charming dead Relly heartthrob? Jacob is currently under investigation for the February 3rd incident. Hopefully, going forward, Jacob can learn to keep his cool. Now, when I did that other reading, I got that like that was part of what he was learning. And I looked into like his Mars placement. And, if you want more on like him more in depth, you can check out that video because I did go into his birth chart and basically, the short fuse thing, he's earned that reputation. But let's just see now that this has come out as well. Is this going to change anything for him, going forward? What's going on? Let's just see. Beth, Kendall needs to find a good man or woman. She really does. She really does need to. And she needs to stop being, she needs to stop being okay with being the other woman as well. Cause I don't really think that's what she wants. I think it's what she's just kind of, she wants to get what she wants, basically. I'll leave it at that. You know what I mean? All right. So let's see. Jacob Elordi, little check in. Three of Wands. Yeah. Okay. He's thinking about his future right now. And that makes a lot of sense because when you're getting these like multiple tabloid reports coming out about you and your behavior, I'm sure he's having his team talk to him. I'm sure that he is really starting to reevaluate like, all right, I really want to reach my goals. I need to focus on that. Um, his future is starting to, come into view. It's becoming real. Like he's going to have to figure out a way to, I think, really alter his behavior. Let's see what else. So he's been thinking about his future in the midst of all this that's being revealed. Three of Pentacles, working with someone else. I wouldn't be surprised if he has started working with, a therapist or an anger management coach, allegedly for entertainment purposes. And if he's motivated initially because of, Pentacles, money, and the threat to his success and his future. And I also wouldn't be surprised if we see an announcement and, I don't think this would come from him. Maybe it would. He's pretty candid, but I feel like the announcement would be something to the effect of, undergoing treatment for anger management, taking responsibility, working with a therapist to work through some issues. Like, I think that he is trying to work on this and find a way to, get back into the good graces of the public while also, I mean, Three of Pentacles is working on something while also, actually working on it. Let's see. Anything else? The Magician. Okay, I like that. This is manifesting something new. I think that, oh, wow. And we, hold on. And we have Three of Pentacles and Three of Wands. He knows it's necessary. Wow, two threes. He knows it's necessary to actually work on these issues. I actually am so happy to see this. He knows that for his future, he's going to have to work on these things. Definitely a wake up call, which is good. I also think it's interesting because threes represent in numerology, they represent like emotion as well. So he may be getting in touch with his emotions right now and maybe what's beneath the anger, like what that's coming from, where that's really like it could be from like childhood or like what are you really holding on to? There are layers to this anger. And I think he's starting to dive into it, which is really healthy and helpful for him. The Magician, yeah, he wants to be able to manifest and he is going to be able to manifest if he follows through with this. And this is like a new reputation, a new phase of life. I like that. Got some work to do, but that's good. That's a good mindset to be in at this stage. And the voice of Davis wants to know, do you think he'll return to Euphoria or if there will be a season 3? I don't know. Let's see. Let's pull one on that. Will there be a season 3? Who knows? Will there be a season 3 of Euphoria? 9 of Wands. Huh, this is hilarious. Taking a break. Oh my god, this is wild, guys. I love the tarot tea telling it like it is, 9 of Wands, something passionate, but you're, like, taking a little rest. Taking a little break, resting on your laurels. Interesting, okay. I mean, that's not a no, but that's also not a yes. Like, this is literally the taking a rest from a passionate endeavor card. Can we get any more clarity on that? Taking a rest, okay. Will there be another season of Euphoria? Ooh, um, lots of competition right now. Taking a rest is the current card. In the future, lots of competition. Here's here's where I think things stand. As of now, obviously, they're not in production, so taking a rest makes sense. And I think that like that was like a scheduled rest. As of right now, that's like something that everybody is was like expecting. They planned it. Okay, the show is on hiatus, taking a break. 9 is also, like, successful wish fulfillment, so it's, like, kind of ending on a high note or taking a break on a high note while things are going well, and in the future, when they try to revive it or if you wanna, like, bring the show back, 5 of Wands, this is, like, just a lot of chaotic energy, this is competition. This could even be like competing schedules because now all of those people have really taken off. I mean, you have Zendaya, super successful. You have Sydney Sweeney doing her own thing, new movies, starring it. Like, I just feel like she was in Madam Web and then also in that like love, I don't know, that romantic comedy with Glenn Powell. I forgot the name of it, but they've all kind of gone on to do these other things. And so this is just talking about how when I think that there will be a proposal to bring it back together, but I just think there's gonna be too much competing schedules, too much with the budget, just no, like chaotic. I don't think so. Not at this time. The energy is not looking good. Um, and again, I'm just reading the energy right now. You never know. Things can change. People have free will, but it doesn't as of now, I would just say I don't think it's gonna be coming back. So yeah, wild. Okay, guys. Well, that was fun. I enjoyed spilling that tea with you guys. Thank you for, I keep hitting my microphone. I'm so sorry. Thank you for being here tonight. This was a really good time. I enjoyed this thoroughly. You guys had some great tea. Learned a lot about the birth charts of different people. So it's been amazing. And if anybody wants to join our members only group, you can check that out as well, where we get a little bit more of exclusive tea. I share some more in depth details and do bonus videos every week. So, all right, you guys, I hope you have an amazing start to your week. I hope you have a great Monday. We're starting Pisces season. The energy is going to get a little bit more floaty, a little bit more emotional. I feel like this is good. Like we're going to nourish our spirits now. We've been nourishing our minds during Aquarius season, and now it's time to be a little more creative, a little less rigid, and, let our feels flow. So I think it'll be nice. It'll be very welcome for all of us. Aw, thank you guys. We did cover a lot. We covered a lot, Sage Moon. You have a great night too. Aw, thank you guys. Y'all are the best. Sweet dreams. Good night. Bye.